Well, we can speak now to two British citizens who are in Wuhan, where the outbreak began, Sophie Hunt and Jason Neal. They're both from the UK, and they moved to Wuhan in October to teach English there. Thank you so much for being with us. Sophie, to you first of all, just tell us, how has this outbreak of coronavirus affected you?
Well, we've been housebound now for 4 days, so we haven't left our apartment. We've had to stock up on food and water, and if we do go out, we have to wear a mask. It's now a law to wear a mask outside, but all transportation in Wuhan has been stopped, so even if you wanted to go anywhere, we can't really get anywhere because there's no taxis, no cars, no trains, no airplanes. So yeah, we're on lockdown pretty much.
In lockdown, Jason, I mean, if you could leave the city, would you leave at this stage?
I think at this moment we kind of do just want to get out. We've got a lot of friends who managed to get out before the lockdown, who've gone travelling, and they're not allowed back in, and they seem like they've got the better end of the deal at the moment rather than us.
And Sophie, I gather you live quite near to the market where it's thought that the outbreak of coronavirus began.
Yes, so we live in Hanko. So that's really where the seafood market was, where it's suspected that it broke out. We first heard about the outbreak of the virus on the 31st of December, so New Year's Eve, and since then it's gradually got worse.
And Jason, what are your feelings about it? How nervous are you? How apprehensive are you? Because it's obviously a virus that is pretty dangerous. It's killed 56 people we know in China, and it has now spread to other countries.
It's getting more scary by the day, especially as we don't hear that much. I actually went to the hospital last week for a checkup, and everyone there is in full bodysuits, masks. It's like a scene of a film. It's very surreal at the moment.
Mm.
So is your temptation just to stay in your apartment because it's potentially dangerous to go outside, or do you want to get out? Are you getting cabin fever there?
We are getting cabin fever, yes, but we know that it's much safer to stay indoors whilst we can. So we're just kind of staying put and playing the waiting game at the moment until we hear anything else.
What do you think, Jason, from what you've seen of the way that the Chinese authorities have handled this? Are they being quite open about it?
We're finding out most of our information from our friends and our co-workers on WeChat, just through messaging, and through that there's a lot of rumours. So we get told to ignore most of the information and wait for the official statements, but they are quite few and far between.
Is there much on the Chinese state media about it, Sophie, that you've seen, or are you just getting information from people you know?
Yeah, so there's news outlet reports about it, but I think we kind of just go with what we hear from our friends and family as well. And just kind of trust our instincts with what to do. But we're just waiting on any information that we can get at the moment.
And Sophie, have you had any contact from the British government, from the Foreign Office or anybody like that?
We emailed the embassy today, but we haven't received an email back. I imagine they're very busy at the moment. And we tried to ring the Home Office, but because it's the weekend, they're closed. So we're going to ring them again tomorrow as soon as we can to try and get in touch with the Home Office.
So you were saying you've had to stock up on supplies, Jason, but obviously, you know, you're a bit reluctant to go out shopping, but you do need to get food and drink in.
Yeah, we've got enough food to last us another week. We went to the shops the other day, and all the fresh food and produce is gone, and we can't really go out to a big supermarket anytime soon, because we're not allowed to get the metro, we're not allowed to get a taxi. Anywhere we'd have to go would be in walking distance.
And when you go out and about, what is the scene like, Sophie? Just describe what the city is like.
So we went to Walmart and it was manic because I think everyone was getting the same idea as us of trying to stockpile food because they don't want to leave. We also went to the pharmacy to stock up on the masks to protect ourselves, and they were running out of stock quite quickly. So I think it's either one extreme or the other. It's in a state of chaos, or it's like a ghost town. So it's really sad because we both love the city. It's a great place to be, but it's sad seeing the city kind of deteriorate over the past few weeks.
Are you able to talk to your family back home and relatives and so on, Jason?
Yeah, we've been in contact with everyone back home like daily, but obviously we're only getting so much information and they're only getting so much as well, so it's all quite broken up. We're just constantly refreshing news websites for any update because that's the only place we can get them at the moment. No one's actually contacting us.
Well, I mean, do you feel, Sophie, for the people of the city and for the people of China, this is obviously a horrible experience they're going through. They have had things like this before with the SARS epidemic, we know that, but it's a very nerve-wracking time for everybody, people like yourselves who are there, but obviously, you know, the Chinese people in that province and in the surrounding areas.
Yeah, I really feel for the Chinese people. Obviously, they had the SARS outbreak in 2013, and then it's happened again. For us, we might be able to leave, we might be able to get out, but for them, this is their reality. They don't have anywhere to go. This is their home, so they have to kind of rebuild the home, and they're building 2 new hospitals. So they're trying to deal with the situation as quickly as they can. But I really feel like we have a lot of Chinese co-workers and colleagues and families. So we really feel for them because they have to deal with this. They don't have anywhere else to go.
And Jason, I mean, if you did leave, I suppose you'd have mixed feelings, wouldn't you, about the people that you'd be leaving behind there?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think if the opportunity came to leave, that's there for a reason. Like, we can't actually go outside at the moment, so I don't think it's the best place to stay. But it's not everyone has got the opportunity, which doesn't seem entirely fair.
And I guess, Sophie, for this has been a huge experience for you, you know, to go to China to teach English. And I mean, this is kind of ruining your time there, isn't it?
Well, we literally graduated university in July and then came to China in October. So we're 2 like new grads wanting to come and travel and explore this amazing culture that they have in China. So up until now, it's been a great experience. But unfortunately, obviously, this has kind of tainted our experience a little bit. But I would love to stay and for the situation to resolve itself. But whilst it's not safe here, I don't really know what the future will entail.
So just for the moment, you're just going to stay put in that flat for as long as you can?
Yeah, pretty much.
Very good luck to both of you. And thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. That's Sophie Hunt and Jason Neal, who are both graduates from Nottingham University, teaching English in Wuhan. Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you. Bye.